Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Tottenham Hotspur Path to Glory series. I'm LSFM, and now we're going to jump in to see the game since you were last here. So there was only the 2 matches since you were last here. It was a 3-0 win at home to Dinamo Zagreb and then a 3-1 victory against Leeds. I won't dwell too long on these games. They were quite straightforward. Dinamo Zagreb, we just kind of dominated them. 25 shots. 4.33 XG. Maybe would have liked a few more goals, but it went as I expected. I played a rotated team. I don't know why. It's Kulusevski's at the DM spot there. I didn't play him there. Next, there was a 3-1 win against Leeds. We were comfortable for most of this game. They did have a late resurgence towards the end, but they weren't very clinical in front of goal. We had a similar number of shots to them, but our XG was a lot higher, so we were more like threatening in front of goal, you could say. Sosa got them back into the match with a free kick in the 86th minute, but it wasn't enough. So after those 2 wins, we are 5th in the league. That's where the board want us to be, 5th in the league. It's a decent position to be in. We're only 2 points off the top 4. And today we face Chelsea, a Chelsea side that actually have struggled in the league this season, only in 13th place. I always find in these games in Football Manager that Chelsea just never do that well. Graham Potter's, I think there's something to do with Graham Potter, like his system is just too defensive. I don't know what the issue is. Yeah, it's going to be a tough test, I think, regardless of how well they're doing, because we saw against Arsenal we still struggled, even though they hadn't had the best of starts. They've got a very strong team, but obviously I think we're going to be looking to exploit the lack of pace of Thiago Silva and Azpilicueta, who's actually going to play the pair of them at centre-back. So we're going to jump straight into the match here. I'm going to go with the 4-3-3 system, but we're going to do a high press just because I feel like they're probably going to play 2 defensive midfielders, so it makes sense to push them up as high as possible. There's no point sitting back when they have so many players on the defence. So the recent goal, back forth Davis, Romero, Dyer and Di Lorenzo, Bentancur as a DM, Højbjerg and Basuma in the middle, Son on the left, Kulusevski on the right, Kane up front. And one thing I should mention is that unfortunately Marco Asensio picked up a twisted ankle on international duty just before this game, which was annoying because it wasn't even in training or in a game for us, but he's out for a month. Unfortunately, he's going to miss this game. Right, so first game of the episode against Chelsea, and the first thing I've noticed is that they're playing Sterling up front, an unconventional striker. I don't know why Aubameyang isn't playing, because I'd rather play Aubameyang up front rather than Sterling. So I've set tight marking on him, so hopefully my players will be able to shut him out the game. There's a highlight straight away here. Come on, let's make a statement. Let's get a statement victory here. I mean, the past 2 times I played against a top 6 team, we've lost. So I'm hoping this will be different. Kulusevski's in. Okay, he scored. He scored already, but it's going to go to VAR here. I don't know what's going to happen. Simon Hooper's the referee. He's been Alright, this is why I don't get my hopes up. Mendy's blushes are spared. I don't know what he was doing there. So close. If that comes back to bite us, I'll be so annoyed. But Mendy with a mistake. But Chelsea get away with it, and they have a free kick here with Mount. Can he whip it in nicely? Head of the way by Kulusevski, but Sterling picks it up on the edge of the area. Sterling running into space, and he's smashed it. You know what? Before the game, I'm just going to stop slandering the players on the other team, because first Ødegaard did it, and now Sterling's done it. I usually blame Luis for this, but I mean, there's not really much he could have done. That was just smashed into the top corner. Great finish, really, from Sterling, and he puts Chelsea ahead. And we are shit. Chelsea have a highlight here on the ball. We're just being so Spursy right now. We just can't beat any team in the top 6. Unless they usually beat City in real life, don't they? But we haven't beaten City. Oh, a good interception from Bentancur. Plays it into Kane. Has a shot here. He scored! Come on, Kane. Let's go. The equaliser for Spurs. Harry Kane coming up big. And it's 1-1. I don't think I've been more excited about a goal so far this series. But great interception for Bentancur, robbing Kante of the ball. Plays into Kane. He just smashes it past Mendy. Great finish. Son on the ball now. Plays it forward to Kane. Kane actually gets the ball. Oh, okay, that didn't look like a penalty to me. Koulibaly's looked like he won the ball fairly. The referee agrees. But there's a poor pass. Son, he's in. Son scores! Just like that, we've turned it around. Heung-min Son scores his 6th for the season. And a defensive calamity there from Chelsea. Koulibaly held up the play, and then for some reason, Kane just robs Thiago Silva, and there's Son to tap it past Mendy. 2-1 to Tottenham with a free kick here with Son. Crosses it in. Romero just over the bar. But we've kind of turned the game around a little bit here. We are in the driving seat. They've only had one shot on target. Of course, it went in, but that's just Football Manager for you. But we are definitely in the driving seat. And as we approach half time here, it is Chelsea 1, Spurs 2. And despite a slow start, I am quite pleased with the performance so far. I mean, Kulusevski's had a shocker, but the annoying thing is I don't really have anyone to bring on for him other than Richarlison, so I might consider that. But I'm pleased. So I did decide to take off Kulusevski for Richarlison because he was terrible. Also noticed that Chelsea have changed their system completely to I think it was a 4-2-3-1 they changed it to. Sterling's still up front though. But they took off Reece James for some reason. Oh, he's running in here. Oh, great run by Sterling, but we defend relatively well. They've had most of the ball in this game, but clearly we're defending or doing something right defensively for them to only have one shot on target. But yeah, here we are. Son, he's in here. Oh, good save by Mendy. I think he deflected it onto the post to save Son's shot, but we've been very good. If we can try and just hold this lead here, we stand in good stead. Corner to Spurs. Son whips it in. Dyer. Oh, what a header. Eric Dyer heads it past Mendy. 3-1 to Spurs. This is going great now. I was actually a bit annoyed at the start of this game. I thought we'd blown it again against a top 6 team. But we have turned it around. It was just a fluke goal from Sterling at the start. And now we are 3-1 up. We are on the ball. Here's Dyer. Bissouma. It's a nice run and pass to Kane. Can he finish it here? Kane. Oh, he tried to lob the keeper. Just over the bar though. Hopefully we can close up this game now. Only a couple of minutes left. Chelsea haven't really done anything since their goal. And that's it. Chelsea 1, Spurs 3. Huge ass celebrates. And I'm happy. Very slow start. We had a goal disallowed and Sterling scored a nice goal. But thanks to Kane and Son, we have pulled through and we have won, finally on camera, against the top 6. That's a great win, really. A very important win against rivals. It boosts fan support, and now we are 3rd in the league with 18 points. Excellent game. Kane, man of the match. Finally showing that I was right to play him to deep line forward. So I've gone forward straight away to the away game in the Champions League against Porto. Now, this isn't a game to be taken lightly because Porto have actually beaten Dortmund and Dinamo Zagreb, so they won both their previous group matches, and that puts them in 2nd place in the group, yes, just behind us. So this is a must-win game really if we are to win this group. I mean, it's looking likely that we're qualifying now. Dortmund just haven't been as good as I thought they would be. They just drew to Dinamo Zagreb, but Porto definitely have a chance of winning. Let's just have a look at their team quickly. They've got Diogo Costa in goal, one of the upcoming goalkeeping stars, I'd say. Definitely play I could consider signing as a Lloris replacement. 52 million. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. They also got this guy Pepe. He's quite good this year. I had never heard of him before playing this game actually, but he's actually quite a decent player. So anyway, this is a good, strong team, I'd say. So we have to be at our best to beat them. That said, that's why I'm going to go with the 4-3-3 again. I made a few changes with Richarlison in for Kulusevski, who didn't play very well last game, Perisic in for Ben Davis, who are resting, and Ollie Skip in for Højbjerg, who I'm also resting for this match. But other than that, I need to play a strong team because Porto definitely have a chance of winning. So this is the lineup today. Hopefully we can win. So here we are, the Champions League match away in Portugal against Porto. They're playing quite a strong team, and I think this guy Taremi has been one of the top goal scorers in the Champions League so far this season, so we're going to have to be at our best to stop him. I don't know, I mean, we've struggled against good teams so far this season, but Dortmund surprised me. I thought that game would be difficult, but we won very convincingly, so I'm hoping this game will be the same. We've had quite a strong start to this game. We've been dominating the ball, having the chances, but now we just need to put one of them away. Here's Son on the left-hand side. Plays it back to Bissouma. Switches the play to Richarlison. What can he do here? Di Lorenzo. Skip. Bissouma receives it in the box. Oh, yes. 3rd goal of the season for Bissouma. He scored quite a similar goal against Zagreb in the game off camera. It was a very powerful finish into the top corner. And he's scored his 3rd goal of the season here Great finish. I really rate Basuma. He's such a good player, and he's popping up with quite a few goals now, adding goals to his game. As the game's progressed, we haven't really controlled the ball as much, similar to the Chelsea game, but we seem to just be taking our chances very well right now, and that's what I'd like to see. I mean, sure, I would like to dominate the ball more, I'd like possession-based style of play, but if it's getting us results, I don't really care about possession. We just need to keep making chances. With Charleston to Kane. Kane, lovely ball. Oh, I thought he'd found someone there, but it was intercepted. Also, maybe have a chance here, but straight to Perisic. He was cycles possession, passes back to Lloris. Charleston heads it down to Kane. Lovely ball to Basuma. Basuma's in again here. Plays back to Son, and lovely finish from Son. 7th goal of the year. Basuma at the heart of the goals again. Cuts it across the box for Son. Makes it 2-0 to Spurs. And once again, these games aren't living up to my expectations. I keep thinking they're going to be difficult, but we just keep demolishing teams. Romero. Perisic. Passes to Son. Nice quick play. Son. Dodges the tackle. He cuts inside now back to Kane. Oh, that was a lovely goal from Spurs. Broke Porto down so well, and Kane just on hand to put it past Diogo Costa to make it 3-0. It's looking exactly like the Dortmund game, isn't it? With 3-0 up at half time. Likely 3-0 anyway, unless we score another one. Great play by Son, just making the defenders look rubbish. Goes past all of them and just squares it off to Kane to have an easy finish. Yeah, I mean, the Champions League has been very easy so far, I can't lie. I thought this group would be relatively difficult, but we haven't really struggled in any of the matches. In fact, I don't even think we conceded the goal. Well, you won't be saying that in a few minutes, mate. But we've somehow managed to blow that. We were 3-0 up at half time. 3-0. And both the goal scorers for them were players who aren't even real. He's not a real person. And neither was the other one. I don't know what to say. I'm in shock. I mean, I really thought in that game we'd see that out comfortably and cement our place at the top of the group, but that just didn't happen. We need to be asking serious questions of our defence here. Notably these two. Like, that was just complacent and terrible, and I mean, if I could fine him for that, I would, because that is not acceptable. I mean, I'd like to consider myself quite a disciplinarian as a manager, but yeah, it just wasn't good enough. And yeah, ends the episode there. So good win against Chelsea, and then I don't know what to say about this team. Just completely lost all its discipline and composure. Just got complacent against Porto. But you know, and overall, it shouldn't dent our aspirations too much. We should still top the group as long as we win our remaining matches, and that we can take heart from the fact that it was an away game too, which means that, you know, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a home game, but we play Porto at home just a few matches time. But I'll probably skip past all of this, as I said. I'll probably come back for these two games here: West Ham at home and Man United away. Because we don't play any like big teams in this run-in, and especially if we win this game here, we should top the group. So there's no point showing these matches, and I'm sure you don't want to see a EFL Cup third round game away against Wickham. So anyway, that was an interesting end. I'm still a bit shell-shocked from that, but thank you so much for watching. It is appreciated, and I'll see you next time for the games against West Ham and Man United.